What up? Good morning, everybody. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Live Me. We are back and better than ever, some could argue. I know I was not live yesterday, but we're back today. And Pasta's not here again today, so I'm monitoring the chat by myself once again. What's up, Andy? What's up, Sanity? What's up, Joe? Thanks for the welcome back. What's up, Jesse? What's up, Deal Loser? What's up, Future Called? And it's nighttime over in Europe. What's up, Sexy Feminine Goddess? What's up, Forever Voting 30 Party? What's up, Rainbow Colors? We got 22 on the YouTube. We got 19 over on the Limey, 26 on YouTube. Howdy, Wizard. What's up, lady? What's up, Brian? Let me pull up the Reddit. During both chats by myself again today, so we'll do the best we can. Let's see here. Man, we got a ton of stuff over in the Reddit. What's up, Winkle? What's new? Oh man. What's not new? Guys, we are at 38 and 30, so it is time. Let me grab the guitar, and then the show has officially begun. I'm back. What up? What up? Get your news on, girl. Wanna know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on, girl. Just wanna know what's going on. We're getting our news on today. Yeah. Tweet me an article at Ron Placone. Go through it together and make it on. Get your news on, girl. Just wanna know what's going on. Getting our news on today. Welcome to Get Your News On with Ron, the world's first viewer-curated streaming news show. I am your host. What does that mean, by the way, for anyone who it's your first time? That means you guys tweet me articles at Ron Placone, or you post articles over in our Reddit subsection. It's just reddit.com/r/GetYourNewsOnWithRon spelled out. And that's how we do it here. That's what we do. You guys build this show. You guys tweet me an article. We go through it together. By the way, a little bit of housekeeping. First of all, right off the bat. So first of all, I'm moving soon, you guys. I am moving the 1st of April. Not an April Fool's joke, unless my girlfriend played a really good joke on me. But assuming she didn't, we're moving in together on April 1st. And so we're going to be, congrats. Thank you very much, Hate the G. I appreciate that. Rose Lady, how's my day going? My day's going great. You're looking at it. It's awesome. So, yeah. So my point for bringing this up, I'm going to have a whole new setup. I'm going to work on the audio. I know that we clip whenever I play the song over on YouTube. I know on Live Me it sounds okay. On YouTube, it's like, what the hell's going on? So, yeah, I'm going to get that fixed. I'm going to fix that. Didn't I just move? No, I didn't just move. I've been living here for about a year and a half. What's up, Terrence? Good to see you. So, and thank you guys for the congratulations. That's very, very much appreciated. Joe says goodbye to the pink background. Forever Voting Third Party says, I do have a truck. Email me. If you don't mind, email me. Because I may want to take you up on that. What are you doing this weekend? About 20 minutes away. Email me, ronplacone.com. Email me. There is totally pizza in it for you. Pizza and appreciation and hugs and appreciation. All right, we got a lot to get through. So, by the way, I just want to mention this too. We're fine. Some of you guys have been emailing. I don't know if it's anyone on this stream, but some folks have been emailing, and they're not joking, and they're genuinely concerned that something happened to me or Jimmy or Steph or Brownie or Arno. Everybody's fine. We're all fine. We were in Austin, Texas. We had some shows in Austin, Texas. We were there Sunday and Monday. And Jimmy is doing some fill-in work for Jesse Ventura over on RT. So that's why the Jimmy Dore Show has not been as active. Everybody's fine. We had a great time in Austin, Texas. If any of you guys were here, we're at the Austin shows. It was so wonderful to meet you all. It was so wonderful to hang out. And the shows were so much freaking fun. So thank you guys so much. Agenda 21, I'm not familiar. Send me some info. You guys will miss the pink background. I don't know. Will you though? Will you really miss it? I think it's time for a new background. And the soundproofing stuff, that's all coming with me. That's going to move with me. But yeah, so everybody's fine. I just thought I'd mention that, because there were some people that sent some emails where they were genuinely concerned, which is very, very sweet and very, very flattering. But yeah, everyone's fine. So thank you guys very much. And let's see. We got a ton of stuff. So let's go straight to, wow. We got so much stuff that you guys submitted. And where should we start? So first of all, let's start with our question. And this is a general housekeeping question today, because I'm monitoring both chats. So I want to make it easy. What guests would you guys like to see me get? Give me some names of guests you would like to see here on Get Your News On with Ron. Throw them at me. Yeah. Did I get your info about a show in Plano, Texas? No, I didn't. Email me about that. ronplacone.com. Email me there. I don't recall getting any info about a show in Plano, Texas. Bernie Sanders. I'll work on that. I will. Chris Hedges. I will work on that too. Bernie. Kyle Kalinske. All right. I'll reach out to Kyle. Ventura. All right. Tabitha Wallace from WTH. Can I get Jimmy Dore on the show? I don't know if I have a contact for that guy. Yeah, I'm going to try to get Jimmy to do the show. Absolutely. Yeah, I think Jimmy's watched it before, so he knows about it. Or he knows what it is, rather. He has watched it. So yeah, we'll try to get Jimmy to hop in some morning. James Aspie. I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar with that person. Nina Turner. That's a... Oh, God, I'd love to get Nina Turner. Bernie, yeah, I'm a dreamer. Fair enough. Brownie. Well, Lucy's a regular, so why not Brownie? Brownie would have to come over. All right, so Kyle. Levy, we're talking to Levy. In fact, Levy, tell Levy's people to get back to us. Graham Elwood, of course. Me and Graham are doing some tour dates together. In fact, rumor has it, I don't know if any of you Austin folks are here, but me and Graham might be doing Austin, Texas. That's another thing that's happening. Me and Graham might be doing a show in Austin, Texas. We're already doing Phoenix, Arizona, or Tempe, Arizona, rather, on May 9th. Lake Havasu, Arizona on May 10th. Las Vegas, Nevada on May 11th. And on May 12th, we're doing San Diego, California. RonPlacone.com for all those tour dates. Noam Chomsky, Glenn Greenwald, Jordan Sheraton, Nomiki Konst. These are all great suggestions. Pasta's going to have to watch this after to screen these guys. Abby Martin. Oh, man. You guys. Michael Figueredo, we are talking. Me and Michael Figueredo. I think he's just about done with his new studio. The Miserable Liberal. Absolutely. yeah, so me and Michael Figueredo have been talking. Can't wait to see you on Progressive California on Uphill Media. I'm looking forward to it as well. Guy McPherson, I'm not familiar, but I will look into that. Cynthia Nixon, Ron Wyden, Abby. Yeah, Abby would be great. I love Abby Martin. I admire her work. Butterbean, I don't know who that is. Eleanor Goldfield, not sure who that is. I'll have to look that up. Winkle Sake wants to has himself. Amy Goodman, so I can sing her the song. You know, I got to be honest. I still like Amy Goodman, but I think as of recently, I don't know if she's my favorite journalist anymore. Jesse Ventura, Richard D. Wolf, Nina Turner. You guys, long list. Jamal Thomas, absolutely. Cornell West. Man, this is like a wish list, huh? Guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I will totally look into these. Len Greenwald. Whew. This is a wish list, let me tell you. This is a wish list. Paula Jean Swearingen. We're working on Paula Jean because West Virginia's primary is coming up. We have reached out to Paula Jean, according to Pasta. All right, so let's go over to the articles. I'm going to start over on the Reddit. Oh, man, we got so much stuff. This is from Obama Voted for Trump. A new poll found that a majority of Americans support a radical change to the U.S. healthcare system. And this is a new poll that was taken today. This is from Business Insider. Let me go ahead and tweet this article for anybody following over on the Twitter. But this is from our Reddit. But I will go ahead and give it a Get Your News On with Ron retweet. Or I guess just a tweet in this case. And then we'll go over to the Twitter. A new poll found that a majority of Americans support a radical change to the U.S. healthcare system. Could that mean the healthcare that most of the world takes for granted? Is that radical, or is that just practical? I would say practical. I think single payer is practical. What do you guys think? Most of the other countries in the world, or at least most industrialized countries, but actually, wait, all industrialized countries. Did I say most? I meant freaking all. All of them, except for us. All of them, except us. All of them, except us. Take universal health care for granted. So is that really radical? Or is that just practical? What do you think? What should we tell Business Insider? Radical or practical? Radical or practical? Radical or practical? What do you guys think? Huh? Oh, you guys are still practical. Sexy Feminine Goddess says, I have free healthcare, Ron. It isn't great, but it is better than not having it. No kidding. Medicare for all is a Russian collusion. Panderson says it's practical. At this point, practical is radical. Good point, Sean. Good point. Lady says practical. Jesse says radical in the 90s way. I like to think of myself as radical in the 90s way. I think I know exactly what you're saying, but I'm not positive. But either way, I like it. Radically practical. That's going to be the name of my album, Jeremy. Radically Practical, Rob Placone. Which, by the way, for all the patrons out there, I will have a posting for you guys as soon as this show is over. We did a remix of the Revolution song, and I want to share it with you guys and get your thoughts on it. So that's going to be the post for Monday here, or excuse me, Wednesday. Wow, can you tell I've been traveling? Even those with single payer have insurance systems that aren't for profit. Winkle points out. New healthcare plan, walk it off and stop being a snowflake. Keith Ellison. No, he would say buck up. He'd say buck up. All right, so here's this. We just redid the headline. A new poll found that the majority of Americans support a practical change to the U.S. healthcare system. 59% of Americans support a national Medicare for all plan. The plan is similar to a proposal made by Senator Bernie Sanders. Support for the idea is split along party lines, with only 36% of Republicans in favor. The healthcare system supported by Bernie Sanders and many liberal-leaning Democrats has begun gaining steam with more Americans. 59%. 59%. 75% of Democrats support the idea, along with 58% of independents. Only 36% of Republicans are in favor of the idea. Well, the majority of Republicans don't think the EPA is necessary. The majority of Republicans don't think any protections for workers are necessary. The majority of Republicans don't care about any human beings except for the ones that are unborn. So the fact that 36% of them, that's almost 4 out of 10. Nearly 4 out of 10 Republicans even want a single-payer system. And yet the Democrats don't have it in their platform. The fringe right favors this. Almost 40%. Almost 40% of the fringe right favors this. And yet the Democrats still don't have it in their platform. 58% of all Americans. 58%. So yeah, Medicare for All is gaining steam. Are we going to see any type of legislation? Not anytime soon. We're going to see lip service given to it. And when push comes to shove, we'll see if when real policy can get through, if people like Cory Booker will support it, if people like Kamala Harris will support it. I doubt it. I highly doubt it, and I know you guys doubt it too, because we've done enough questions already. I know that most of the people watching this show doubt it too. But we're not being unreasonable, and we're not being purist. We're being practical, especially if you live in California like me. If you live in California like me, you've seen what happens when you have politicians that say they're for single payer, but still take money from big pharma. You see what they do. You see what they do. They stop it. Single payer was stopped in the state by Anthony Rendon, a Democrat who claimed he was for single payer, and he stopped it in its tracks. That's why you got to be, I mean, anyone that takes corporate money should just be, you can't take corporate money and support single, you just can't. You can't. And that might be one of the reasons why Kevin De Leon has not accepted an invitation to appear on this show. That might be why. Kevin De Leon, been invited on the show. He takes corporate money, claims he's for single payer. He's been invited on the show, has not taken up our invitation. Apparently, what I've been told is that some people are kind of scared to come on this show. I don't know why. I'm a dude with a webcam and streaming access. I don't know what you're afraid of. Dianne Feinstein, I don't know if we've reached out to Dianne, to tell you the truth, because sometimes, you know, you just got to accept the fact. But we'll see. All right, I'm going over to the Twitter. Did I see the governor debate? I did not. I heard it was a good one, though. And I actually heard that Delane Easton did a very good job. All right. This is from Carmen, and this is from RT. Let me go ahead and give this a Get Your News On With Ron retweet. Just gave it that retweet. Assange's internet connection cut following agreement breach. And this happened in Ecuador. All right, so this is live. This pretty much happened a little bit ago. The Ecuadorian government has suspended Julian Assange's communication privileges with the outside world. The move was sparked by Assange's alleged breach of an agreement to refrain from interfering in other states' affairs. Could you give a vaguer agreement? Like, what does that mean? He's a journalist. Julian Assange is a journalist. And he has an agreement to refrain from interfering in other states' affairs. What does that even mean? What qualifies as interference? As we've learned, especially via Russiagate, interference could mean anything. Julian Assange could have like made a meme with a cartoon on it. And they'd be like, ah, shit, people voted for Trump now. The Ecuadorian government specifically cited Assange's activity on social media, claiming that his recent posts may have jeopardized Ecuador's relationship with the UK, the EU, and other nations. The action was taken following his breach. He vowed not to send messages interfering in the affairs of the other sovereign states. Say that 5 times fast. Holy shit. Interfering in the affairs of other sovereign states. Interfering in the affairs of other sovereign states. Yeah, it's not easy. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. It's not. Maybe some of you I'm sure can do it. But so let's see. Neither WikiLeaks nor Assange has made an official statement regarding the reports. Kim.com has called on Assange supporters to gather outside the embassy building in solidarity. All right, so I guess here is the Assange's latest tweet. Insult. As a political prisoner detained without charge for 8 years in violation of 2 UN rulings, this is Assange's tweet. I suppose I must be miserable, yet nothing wrong with being a little person, although I'm rather tall and better a worm, a healthy creature that invigorates the soil than a snake. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly what he's guilty. Well, I'm pretty sure he's guilty of nothing. The executive remains open to the possibility of further sanctions in the cases of future breaches of the agreements by Assange. Well, with a vague agreement like that, how can the guy even work? I mean, how can the guy even work? Refrain from interfering in other states' affairs. I mean, how vague can you get? I mean, you can interpret that however you want. They could interpret that pretty much however they want, to just cut off the guy's internet access whenever they feel like it. I mean, that's pretty much. Veteran Vando points out, Assange is guilty of telling the truth. And you can't allow that. He's guilty of triggering the oligarchy by pointing out its lies. And Jesse points out, I suspect that's what they're going for. Exactly. You know, you have these incredibly broadly defined agreements that he has to agree to, and you can interpret it however you want. So basically what they're doing here, and I know I'm preaching to the choir. I know you guys understand this. You don't need me to break it down, but they're basically saying, okay, here is this broad rule. We can interpret however we want. So basically, whenever Julian Assange does something we don't like on the internet, and he's a journalist with courage and actually publishes the truth, we're just going to take away his internet. So I have a feeling you're going to see this happen more often. That's what I think. What do you guys think? All right, let's move on. Marcus sends this, and he says it with the disclaimer, gotta love their priorities. Just gave that the retweet. This is from over on Twitter. Walmart, everybody's favorite mom and pop shop, Walmart, will stop selling Cosmopolitan magazine in checkout lines. All right. It just got a bit harder to find the latest issue of Cosmopolitan at Walmart. Nobody born before the year 1950 probably gives a shit. The retail company said Tuesday that it's removing the women's magazines from checkout lines. The National Center on Sexual Exploitation said Walmart made the decision following conversations with the anti-pornography organization. As with all products in our store, we continue to evaluate our assortment and make changes. Walmart will continue to offer Cosmopolitan to customers that wish to purchase the magazine, but it will no longer be located in the checkout aisles. Cosmopolitan magazine. Really? That's too risque for a checkout line? How puritanical can you get? Oh, and by the way, the 1950 comment wasn't meant to, if anyone likes Cosmo, no offense to you. I'm just saying, who still reads print magazines? Who still does? You can just read them all online. Why not just do that? FBG says, can't have all that sexy in the checkout line, especially when it's so easy to procure on the internet. Julie Love points out, but NRA monthly, no problem. Interesting. Dear Walmart, please stop your hypocrisy. You'll stop selling Cosmopolitan, but still sell the movie I Spit on Your Grave. I'm not familiar with that movie. So yeah, I don't know what to say about that. But as far as Walmart being hypocritical, I mean, that's all they do. Jesse points out, I didn't even know that Cosmopolitan was still around. I didn't either. The group takes issues with it. So this group, this anti-pornography group, and they changed their name. They used to be called Morality in Media. They're now the National Center on Sexual Exploitation. Works to highlight the negative effects of pornography, which it calls a public health crisis. Now, I'd be curious. I have a feeling this is a right-wing group. Well, let's find out. Let's Google them. So let's go to About. I'm on their website right now. All right. So their first area of concentration is pornography. Pornography. Sex trafficking, that comes second. That's interesting. I think it should maybe be the other way around. I don't know. What do you guys think? So let's see. I'm trying to see who's in charge of this. I'm not super familiar with this group. I don't know if they're some right-wing puritanical front or if they're actually a a noble group. If it's the latter, which I don't think it is, but if it is, well, it doesn't. Let's go to the board. Okay. Not a lot of diversity on this board. Old white dude, old white dude. Old white dude, old white dude. Kind of older white dude. A lady that's, kind of an older white lady. Another older white lady. A bishop. A family foundation. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure this is a right-wing thing. Maybe that's why they're more concerned with pornography than anything else. But yeah, what a great. All right, and let's look at their finances. So they're a 501c3. And who funds them? Panderson asks, how is Cosmo in any way considered pornographic? If you're completely puritanical and evangelical, which Walmart is, and what it looks like this group is, look, the idea of a group dedicated to something like sexual violence and human trafficking is awesome. If your first priority is pornography, which, by the way, we don't even know exactly what pornography is. I mean, there's a famous Bill Hicks bit where he says, the Supreme Court defines pornography as anything that lacks artistic merit and causes sexual thought. To me, that sounds like every commercial on television. That's a famous Bill Hicks bit. Obviously, the bit that he performs is funnier than what I just repeated. But yeah, I mean, we don't even actually know what porn is. And it's a very broad topic. So yeah, I'm inclined to say that if they're rubbing elbows with Walmart, there's a good chance this isn't a genuine nonprofit. There's a good chance this isn't a nonprofit that's actually doing good work. There's a good chance this is just a front. I'm sure the CEOs of this company make millions. I'm sure that they hide under the idea of trying to battle something like human trafficking, sexual violence, but really they're just a puritanical evangelical group. And those two things are apples and oranges. And I know you guys know that. So way to have your priorities straight, Walmart and the Center on Sexual Exploitation. Hey, did we do anything to stop any human trafficking rings? Did we do anything to maybe support the poor and lower classes? Did we do anything to, maybe make our community safe? No, Walmart doesn't have Cosmo now. Walmart doesn't have, you have to go behind the counter to get Cosmo, or you have to go to a certain area because it might stimulate sexual thought. Way to go, Walmart. Good job. And this group, what a waste of time. What a waste of time. And I'm sure they're a right-wing front where the CEOs rake in the cash. Good job, Walmart. Way to go. Way to go. Way to go, National Center. The right-wing nut jobs pretending that they're actually doing something for a cause that's noble. They're not. They're not. All right, let's move on. All right, speaking of which, here's something a little heavier. This is from Lay. This is from the Free Thought Project. Oil company man camps in North Dakota terrorizing and sex trafficking Native American adults, kids and adults. Okay, let's read that headline again. Oil company man camps in ND terrorizing and sex trafficking Native American kids and adults. It'd be cool if for a headline they could have something that makes grammatical sense. John Vibes is the author here. I'd have a small critique here, John, that you should maybe have your headlines make sense. This headline sucks, but hopefully there's some meat in the article. This is from December 5th, 2017. So this is a little older, but camps are popping up all over North Dakota that have been infiltrated by sex traffickers and criminal gangs who are preying on the local Native children and adults alike. I'd imagine this happens with some amount of regularity. You guys, and I'm sure a lot of you know this already. You've probably heard me talk about it before. And I know that we have some Native Americans that also watch this show and try to educate me on that news, and you guys have, which is awesome. There's no registry for Native American women who have gone missing. There's no registry for Native American women who have been abused. There's just no record keeping on that. We have no idea the actual violence and rape and murder that has gone on amidst Native American women. We don't even know. We don't even know. And those communities, those Native American communities, I'd be willing to say they probably suffer more from police brutality than we realize. They probably suffer more from sexual violence and trafficking than we realize. And again, tying it back to what we just talked about, this group that's a right-wing front that actually has money and power, instead of doing something about that, Instead of doing something, hey, we really need to reach out to our Native American communities because they are being exploited. They are being, I mean, they always have been, but they're being exploited, and there's no one protecting them. Instead of doing something like that, what are they concerned with? Not having Cosmopolitan in a checkout line in Walmart. Like this country is a parody of itself. And this is what happens when you let corporate power run rampant. You get this. You get people that are supposed to protect you from the people that are supposed to protect you aren't protecting you. They're exploiting you. And the areas that need the most help are being ignored. And instead, we have this faux surface level mick resistance like, oh, you can't get Cosmo at Walmart. Who gives a shit? Per capita, Native people are the most likely to experience violence by police, and there are over 4,000 missing or murdered Native women. Bluebell points out. And that's just an estimate because we don't even know the exact, which is insane. And by the way, I mean, there is a very beautiful film about this topic. It's called Wind River. I highly recommend it. Not trying to, I know we're talking about a heavy topic and I'm giving a movie recommendation, but it's a very beautiful film about this topic. And I recommend it. Walmart, where you can buy killing machines and not be offended by unapproved magazines in the checkout line. Keeping the USA safe by keeping you armed and ignorant. Big Lee, the Walton family. Love it, RB. Thank you. So there you go. Lay points out an important issue that really has something to do with sex trafficking instead of Cosmopolitan magazine, which is what this right-wing front group would rather spend their energy on. And that's a freaking shame. All right. Let's see. Jess, thank you for the article. We already talked about Julian Assange, though. So, guys, we still have room for more articles. Please do continue to tweet some stuff. We also have a lot over on the Reddit. I accidentally closed out of the Reddit, so let me get back over there. And thank you guys for the amazing recommendation. You guys gave some amazing recommendations so far for guests, and I will be on that. All right. All right, this is from Cram, and this is from NPR, Nice Polite Republicans. That's what it stands for, right? Isn't that what NPR stands for? It's Nice Polite Republicans, right? Or naturally petroleum revenue. Neutral petroleum revenue. We're neutral because we get petroleum revenue. I'm going to stick with Nice Polite Republicans. What do you guys think? Huh? All right. But this is an article about gerrymandering. Frustrated Supreme Court justices look for a solution to gerrymandering. Guys, I have a crazy solution. Stop doing it. What do you guys think of my solution? We need a solution for gerrymandering. The Rooster points out nerdy, pompous Republicans. I like it. James, Nice Polite Republicans. Crazy. I see. Yeah, let's just doing it. Winkle. I like Winkle's. Winkle's got a good one. NPR, not politically relevant. Boom. Good one, Winkle. By the way, I hope you're coming out on April 5th. All right. So the Supreme Court justices seem to grasp the problem of gerrymandering. No shit. What do you... Hey, we draw the districts the way we want to, so we'll win. Oh, I see the problem. Wow. What geniuses over in the Supreme Court. Oh, yeah, you get it. I get it. Yeah, I see how that's a problem. That's, what the fuck? Oh, this stream's going to get demonetized. I just dropped an F-bomb. But how would you react? How would you react? At the Sycamore, yes. You'll still be in New York. Bummer, man. The Supreme Court justices seem to grasp the problem of gerrymandering in oral arguments Wednesday, and that it will only get worse as computer-assisted redistricting gets even more refined. It's just random. It's just a random generated thing. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. All right. They appeared frustrated with what to do about it. Oh, poor Supreme Court. They got it so rough. Whatever should we do about this? If only we had the power to say, hey, you can't do this shit anymore. What a soft, neutral article this is. They want us to feel bad for the most powerful people, for the Supreme Court. You got to be shitting me. Notably punching right. Sake says, notably punching right. Do they punch right? Notably punching right? I don't think they do punch right, Sake. Forever voting third party, nasty political revenge. That's a dark one. The Supreme Court justices seem to grasp the problem of gerrymander. Okay. This case involving a Democratic-drawn congressional district in Maryland is essentially Act 2 of the gerrymandering play at the Supreme Court. Act 1 opened the first week in October, where 9 justices heard arguments in a case whether there is any constitutional limit to partisan gerrymandering. In Maryland case arguments on Wednesday, Michael Kimberly, the attorney for the Republican plaintiffs, argued the map draws succeeded in rigging an election and that the average American voter understands what's going on. He dubbed it an affront to democracy. Yeah, no shit. This is the kind of argument that Democrats have been making in other states. The Supreme Court has ruled that racial gerrymandering is illegal, but has recognized that a degree of partisan gerrymandering will take place and it's okay. That's what the Supreme Court decided that. Racial gerrymandering, that's not okay, which it isn't. Partisan gerrymandering, that's fine. Oh, and guess what? You could use partisan gerrymandering to justify racial gerrymandering. So really, the protections here are non-existent. You realize those two can go hand in hand. All you need is the right mental gymnastics. And you know who has the right mental gymnastics? The powerful. The people that have the ears of the Supreme Court who clearly don't give a shit about this issue. And what do? You get these mealy-mouthed bullshit articles from NPR making it out like they actually have a conundrum. In the third paragraph, it tells you they're fine with gerrymandering. Your Supreme Court is fine with gerrymandering. And they've been fine with gerrymandering. They've been fine with it. And I can't wait until somebody in the comments says, this is why you should have voted for Hillary Clinton. This is all your fault. Right. Because up until a couple months ago, the Supreme Court was against gerrymandering. That's why we've never had it before. Right? Right? Can't wait for that straw man to be thrown out by someone whose talking points are so flipping tired. I don't know how they don't put themselves to sleep at this point. Oh, Jilly has a good one, by the way. Nauseating, pandering, regurgitation. Love it, Jilly. Great job. So what this article should say, what the headline of this neutral, gutted, spineless, worthless article written by what is supposed to be a publicly funded media outlet, but actually takes Coke money. Coke money. Jesse's got a really good one, too. No propaganda rejected. Jesse, I think you win. What do you guys think? I think, Jesse, no propaganda rejected for NPR. Damn, Jesse. Oh, that's got to be a T-shirt. That's got to be a T-shirt. I got to make that T-shirt. Jesse, let's make that T-shirt. I'll put that. I'm launching a Spreadshirt soon. Let's get that up on my Spreadshirt. And Jesse, we can share the revenue like good capitalists. Jesse, I think that's pretty awesome. Yeah. Neoliberal pushing right. That's good. No propaganda rejected. Damn. Jesse. Boom. All right. So, yeah, what this article should say, what the headline should say, your Supreme Court is totally cool with gerrymandering, and they have been for a long time. And gerrymandering is the opposite of a democratic process. But instead, the Supreme Court is facing a moral dilemma. Whatever should they do? It's complicated. No, it's not. Nice try, NPR. Wow. Wow. All right. Thank you for sharing that article. I really liked it. I liked it very much. Let's go over to the Reddit. So this is submitted by Scrabble Eddie, and it comes with the disclaimer: "Welcome to the Dick Cheney administration." This is from Information Clearinghouse. Welcome to the Dick Cheney administration. The problem with John Bolton isn't that he's an extremist; it's that he's mainstream. Interesting. The other shoe dropped on the heels of his cowardly friendly fire-by tweet dismissal of Secretary of State Rex Tillerson. Donald Trump has dismissed NSA advisor H.R. McMaster and replaced him with John Bolton, the hardline former U.S. ambassador to the UN. Uber hawk Mike Pompeo is headed from the CIA to the State Department, and Gina Haspel, a CIA loyalist who ran a torture site and loves torture, by the way, for GW, is authorized the destruction of videotapes documenting what the CIA was doing. Has been picked to replace him. How scared should you be? Bolton's appointment is on par with most of Trump's personnel choices, which is to say that it's likely to be a disaster. His views on foreign policy are crude and bellicose, and his track record as a policy advocate and pundit do not, to put it politely, inspire confidence, nor does he seem to have learned a thing from his past mistakes. Bolton's arrival was hardly a return to the Trump that we saw in the 2016 campaign. Instead, whether Trump knows it or not, putting Bolton, Pompeo, and Haspel in key position looks more like a return to Cheneyism. What is Cheneyism? That means we are going to interfere everywhere we can. We are going to promote the economy of war to the utmost. Why? Because we are getting rich off Halliburton. What happened to the non-interventionist Trump? Oh, yeah, it doesn't exist. It's not real. Trump sold you snake oil. Trump sold you a lie. He ran on this idea of a Republican populist. That was a non-interventionist. All those things are oxymorons. A Republican's not going to be a non-interventionist. A Republican's not going to be a populist. And what are Trump's policies? Republican policies. What are Trump's appointments? Republicans' appointments. What is the difference between Trump and other Republicans? He doesn't have any subtlety. This is how ugly that party is. And what's our alternative to that party? A neoliberal right-wing party. We have two right-wing parties. One is a fringe right-wing party that could potentially destroy this planet. The other is a right-wing party that would just, would just let predatory capitalism go on unchecked. And it would kind of be a slower destruction. Those are our two parties. And those two parties don't represent the people. But, again, where's the non-interventionist Trump? These appointments are more evidence of Trump not delivering on what he promised, which we all knew that was going to happen. But because of how broken our system is, people fell for a snake oil salesman. And maybe, just maybe, a real populist could have won the election. And maybe, just maybe, we need to get a real populist in 2020. Just maybe. Just maybe. But yeah, as that article points out, these appointments are a disaster. All right. Guys, we are almost out of time. All right, so this is going to be our last one, it looks like. This is from Platypus. As he points out, billionaires don't necessarily lend themselves well to populism. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so this is from The Independent. We're going to go, I think this is a environmental thing. More than 150 whales beach themselves in Western Australia. Authorities warn dead animals may attract sharks. More than 100 whales have died after becoming stranded on a beach in Western Australia. A major rescue effort was launched after 150 short-fin pilot whales beached themselves. What do you mean they beached themselves? Like it seems like they're making it sound like they killed themselves. Like they beached themselves. Like they were like, ah, goodbye, cruel world. I don't think it went down that way. I think, okay. They can often be attributed to environmental factors such as severe weather. All right, so these weren't suicidal whales. Although, in fairness, Suicidal Whales would be a really cool name for a punk band. Yeah, Suicidal Whales. It's badass. I like it. Yeah, they did. Platypus. Are you saying, yeah, they killed themselves? Sometimes whales do beach themselves sometimes. It's actually pretty common. The leader led them there, but they're saying it was from the one who looks like Ron. True that, Ron. Poor whale. So they did it themselves, but it says they can often be attributed. They said severe. Oh, so they were hunting too close to the shore. So no, it's not the whale's fault. It's other factors that lead them to do this. I don't think these were suicidal whales. All right, here's how this article says it can happen. It's because of pollution, oil spills, plastic waste, and man-made chemicals. They're dying from dehydration because they have to hunt too close to the shore and then they get beached. That's how it happens. It's because of man-made bullshit that whales do that. It's not like the whales are like, we're just going to swim close to the shore because we're depressed. like this isn't depressed whales. This is, or Dwayne points out, it's not a faulty GPS. Todd points out it's because they don't want to eat garbage. Noise pollution. So I stand by what I said. These whales didn't beach themselves. If you have to go close to the shore for survival, that's not you beaching yourself. That's you adapting to human interference. So yes, this may be common, but these are also reactions. What do you guys think? Just another one of our victims. I like it. They're just another one of our victims. I like it. Well put, Platypus. In 2009, more than 80 pilot whales died in a mass stranding at the same location. And it's because of us polluting the planet. Sake says the only intentionally beached whale was Chris Christie. Burn. But we're going through a wave of mass extinction thanks to man-made climate change. Absolutely. And we don't even have leaders that acknowledge climate change. It's considered progressive in the United States if you acknowledge climate change. That's considered progressive. That should just be assumed. It was great seeing you in Austin, Ron. More reason to go vegan. Vegan, Marine, yes. I remember us meeting. I do. And you are a very in shape man. So actually when I saw you, I did think that. I was like, man, this guy's got really good skin. He's in great shape. I wouldn't mind looking more like that dude. Maybe I should go vegan. Or just try to copy your workout routine. which I doubt I could do. You would need to give me a very abbreviated version of it. Assuming you were, in fact, a Marine, I doubt I could keep up with you. But yes, I remember meeting you in Austin. Thank you so much for coming out. It was wonderful to meet you. And yeah, when I see folks like you and you're like, I'm a vegan, I'm like, shit, I should probably go vegan. Vegan says, hell yeah, bro. Rooster says, I tried being vegan. It didn't turn out too well. It's hard. I mean, I've done it for brief periods of time. I've done different diets for brief period, you know, and I want to do it, but I feel like it's hard. Well, it is hard. It's not easy. You know, it's not supposed to be easy. But, you know, me and my girlfriend have talked, and we're really going to, John, it was great to meet you in Austin. Todd Rocket says, veganism must be easy in Cali. Nothing's easy in Cali, Todd. Haven't you heard the song Walking in LA? You can't even walk here. We don't allow it. Sex says vegetarians live on average 6 to 11 years longer than people who eat meat. You know what? I think whiskey's taken me out of any of those living statistics. All right. Guys, we are totally out of time. For those of you that were in Austin and we got to meet, thank you so much. It was awesome meeting you. Me and Graham Elwood are looking to come back to Austin. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And keep your eyes peeled for Graham on this show. Because we're going to have Graham on the show very soon. And thank you guys so much. Follow me on Twitter at Ron Placone. That's where you can tweet me articles. RonPlacone.com. Tour dates are being announced daily. Keep your eyes peeled there. And reddit.com/r/Ron Placone. Guys, if you are so able, patreon.com/Ron Placone. For a give what you can level, you can help keep this show on the air, guys. I want to get better audio equipment. I want to get better cameras. I'm going to have a new background because I'm moving in a few days. And if you guys could help out, that's great. It's a pay what you can level. I know on Patreon, I set the suggested for $5 just because I had to set it for something. But it's pay what you can. It's whatever level you're comfortable with. And you still get all the same content. No matter what level you give at, everyone gets the same content. Every one of my posts are patron only. So when you register on Patreon, if it tells you something different, just ignore it. All of my posts are all patrons. All the perks are for all patrons. What do those perks include? You get a posting, you get a podcast every Sunday. You get an exclusive piece of content every Wednesday. I'm going to be posting something in a little bit as soon as this show is over. And you get free tickets to my shows. If you're a patron, if I'm coming to your town, you get to go for free, no matter what that show is, as long as it's my show. Why I say that is that perk does not apply to Jimmy Dore shows, but my show, it applies to any of my shows. And my album is coming out this year. It's going to be delivered to your inbox. My book is coming out in 2019. That's going to be delivered to your inbox. So James became a Patreon member yesterday. Thank you so much, James. I appreciate it so much. Guys, if you're so able, patreon.com/Ron Placone. I am thrilled to be back. I missed you guys. I really did. This show helps keep me sane. You guys challenge my way of thinking. You challenge my perceptions. We help each other. We help each other grow. We help each other learn. And it's so fun. It's so fun to learn from you guys and to participate with you guys. It really makes me so freaking happy. Thank you guys so much for being part of this. This has been Get Your News On with Ron, the world's first viewer-curated streaming news show. I'll send you off with the theme. Forever voting third party. My email address is ronplaconebooking@gmail.com. That's ronplaconebooking@gmail.com. Get your news on with Ron. If you want to know what's going on, we're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. If you want to know what's going on, let's hope they don't start World War III. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your news on with Ron. If you want to know what's going on, we're getting our news on today. Yay, 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 yay. This has been Get Your News On with Ron. Thank you guys so much. I love you all very much. Stay safe in this crazy world of ours. I will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until then, Stay safe out there. Peace.